Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Are we really doing a podcast? Or
I
are we
think
going to
so.
attempt to?
I think
Imagine
we
no
are.
one watches.
Nah.
Imagine
People,
no one watches.
people are gonna
We have
watch.
we have to have like, oh, you know what we should do? We should have a question at some point in the podcast, so then if people are watching, they can answer it.
Yes. Do
I
it.
was about to say, oh, we should do it at the end, but then everyone would just skip to the end and answer the question. So
Yeah. We can
I
do
don't
like a
know.
pause now to answer our
Yeah,
question.
like in the middle of it or something, like in the middle in the second quarter. Don't know. Anyway, so yeah, this is our first attempt at a podcast. Look,
Yes.
this may go to shit. Let's be real.
It might go
This
south.
this might go south, but we're hoping. So we're hoping. Okay, for the people who are questioning what we're doing, we're trying to have a space where we can yap, not get banned or not get cancelled.
Yeah. Yep.
Um,
And that's two things that we already do. But we're like,
not
why
get
not just
yap and not get cancelled.
yeah. Yeah. So why not just do it so everyone else can watch and get to know us in a different way?
Exactly, because like we okay, the number one reason I don't take Fortnite seriously is because I get yapping and I start talking about everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Same
Like,
here.
could you imagine my crown wins if I actually like tried?
Hey, look,
Like if I
in fairness, you are like, you have 1,000 things going through your head. Like, you have
exactly.
sounds in your head, you have people talking to you, you have the game, like,
Do you know
it's
how
a
many
lot.
vines I constantly quote in my head?
Yeah, I've played with you, don't
Apparently,
worry.
yeah, exactly. Can you imagine if once I get my my ADHD like diagnosis? Look, 2 minutes in mentioning ADHD, that's crazy. Anyway, can you imagine a stream of me medicated? No, I can't.
I feel like it's just going to be the same.
You reckon?
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
crazy.
It's going to be the
Okay,
same.
so we don't know. Okay, to answer the three people who question me, we have no idea what it's going to be about, but we just want to hop on and yap.
Yep.
There's literally nothing more to it than that. We don't know what we're going to talk about. We don't know what future episodes. Episodes? Are we calling them episodes?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. We don't know what future episodes may hold. We don't know anything apart from the fact that we thought it would be fun to have like a little place for people to get to know us a bit better than the fact that we like Fortnite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And
yeah, that's
this way
basically
you can get to know us on a different level.
yeah. Courtney's crazy. She's got some deep secrets.
Yeah. Oh.
Not me trying to like add like a mysterious sort of, you know, like a mysterious sort of like side of the
Yeah, like
pod. But in saying that, if you are watching and you sort of have any ideas or suggestions as to what it might be called, because this is going on my YouTube, I don't think it's going on Spotify because that's not in my league. We're not there yet.
we're not at that
Um,
point.
We are not at that point of being on Spotify. That's crazy. But if you're listening and you're like, oh, you know this, then comment.
Definitely.
But
Give us ideas.
yeah, because at the moment, Courtney and Sky, that slight look, Slay, that sounds incredible. But I don't know. I was hoping that we could sort of think of like a fun little, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're just figuring it out as we go, everyone. All right.
Yaps.
Sorry, that was weird. Anyway, Courtney, do you want to chat? Because I feel like I've been yapping.
Yes. Hello. Are we? Wait. Can I guess? Are you putting on lip balm right now?
No.
So anyone that doesn't know Sky, or I'm sure you all do know Sky.
Girl,
knows
if they're
that-
watching this video, they know we have the emotional support lip balm, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
My lips taste like vanilla icing, okay?
Oh, okay. Question. How many on your desk do you have of those?
Okay, I only have 2 on my computer desk. I
Okay.
have my Rimmel Butter Me Up, and that little pen mark is because someone at work has the exact same one, and we wanted
Oh,
to know which one was mine, so that's why there's a pen mark on it.
okay.
And then my little Mountain Dew that Oz gifted me in that big box.
Okay,
For my
great.
24-hour life. I've got 2 in my car. I've got 2 or 3. Bedside table, 2 or 3. Like,
So basically, you have to go somewhere and you have to have one. Anywhere
yeah.
you
What if I get dry lips?
go. Okay, what's your favorite lip balm? Do you have a favorite?
Burt's Bees has a really, really nice. It's wild cherry flavored. That's really nice.
Okay. I use a product called Go To Skincare, and they make one.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of them.
Yes.
My
It
coffee
is.
has gone cold. Love that for me.
What a surprise. We're yapping
Because
and we forgot about our coffees.
yeah, look, and can I just say there was about 20 minutes of us sitting here before we even pressed start recording to
Yeah.
we literally said, what are we going to talk about? We even questioned, okay, so to all the people who were questioning what we're going to talk about, we
even
literally-
questioned.
We questioned it. We were like, okay, so what are we talking about? But yeah, it's fine. Do you see little sea salt in the back?
Yes.
My lafufu.
La fufu. But yeah, look,
We don't even know.
we're just going along with the flow. Like we're just gonna chat.
Mm.
We both yap a lot. We both like,
We
we
both
have
love
good
a yap.
Yeah,
I
we love a
yap.
yap. We have pretty good banter, and we
Do we?
thought sometimes.
At least she thinks so. Joking.
So why not just have a chat? Like,
Yeah.
it kind of just feels like we're on a FaceTime, to be honest.
And then I feel like because obviously this is the first episode, I feel like as time goes on and we have people commenting, we'll have things to talk about.
Yeah.
And because I think, did we say we're going to try and aim for 1 a week? I think
Yeah,
we're going to
something like
do
that. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like we could sit here for an hour and yap for an hour a week.
Oh,
I feel
yeah,
like that's like
definitely.
the minimum. Like,
We just won't talk through the whole week until we
yeah.
recording it.
We're not going to talk through the whole week. We're not going to play Fortnite together. We're going to cut each other off and then only talk for this hour.
Then we won't run out of things to talk about.
Well, I mean, I don't think we'd run out of things to talk about anyway.
Yeah, true.
I just had a thought in my head, but now it's gone.
So we may have a lot of that in this podcast because we both
Have undiagnosed something.
definitely we have something undiagnosed.
No, hang on. Let me get my train of thought back.
Insert the waiting music. Do 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 do.
What are we talking about? An hour?
The podcast is going to go for
Oh,
an hour, and we're just going to yap.
We might, hey?
We might have some special guests down the track.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Jamie said that she'd come on. My dad?
Yeah.
My dad?
Yeah, let's go.
My dad said that he would hop on. But I don't know. I can't remember what I was going to say before. It'll come back to me at like 2:00 tonight. But we just thought, why not? Like, why not try?
Why not try something new?
Look, if no one watches this, then we don't upload it ever again.
Bye.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Remember what I was going to say. Okay.
Okay.
I remember. We also want to do a thing where we both okay, are we calling them episodes? Yeah, okay. Every
Yes.
episode.
We've decided they're episodes. Okay?
Okay.
You can say episodes.
This is episode Uno 1.
No, this is
Itchy.
would you say this is episode 1? This is more
Yeah,
the
girl.
intro. Episode 1 would be next week.
No, this is episode 1.
Okay, episode 1. All right.
Okay, so what we're going to do every episode is talk about something positive that has happened that week.
Yeah.
So the upload time of this might vary depending on work or just technical issues, but I think it's important to discuss and talk about positive things. Like some podcasts have like a positive thing of the week and a negative thing of the week. I don't want to do the negative. I just want to do a positive of the week because I really feel like the more we think positively, then obviously the better we feel and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's also something else that we want to, and then we want to, or at least I was going to say we, but I want to, hopefully influence you as viewers to then comment your positive thing of the week. I really would love for that to become like a domino effect,
Yeah. We'd love to read that, something that's positive in your week as well.
Yeah.
And
or,
we could even read them out and be like, this person is
or if you don't want everyone knowing, if it's something that, you want to keep a bit private, just message me on Discord or, private message me or something.
Yeah.
And then we can read them out.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so that's a little bit about like our plans for the podcast is we don't really know. Like we're going to learn as we go. We're going to we're just going to see.
And we can't confirm nor deny if we may cry. We're both.
Oh yeah, no, we're
going to cry. We're definitely going to cry at some point.
Maybe not today, but I'm betting that we'll probably cry at some point.
Oh yeah, yaps and crying. That's us.
Okay, so Courtney, do you want to start off with how we met?
Yeah. Okay. Well, like everyone else, I was scrolling my For You page one night, and what's on your cup? Have a nice day. See, look, we're already distracted. Wow.
Girl, are you? No, it says have a piece of that ass. Like have a piece of that ass. Have a nice day. Same thing.
Same thing. Literally same thing.
Anyway, so you were scrolling your...
I was scrolling my FYP, yes. And I came across your live. Like anyone else, I kind of just lurked from the outside for a little bit and sussed out the vibe. And then I was like, hey, this chick seems cool. I'll go in. So I went into your live. I was like, hey, and automatically you were like...
I'd love to say that I remember.
Wow.
I'd love to say that... Okay, I remember like the time that you came in, around the time that you came in. And I remember having the thought of like, oh, I've seen you in other people's lives. But I can't remember the exact minute that you came in. I'm so sorry. I can't remember if it was it like August 21st at 9:59 p.m.? Who knows? I can't remember that. But
I don't remember that part either.
I remember thinking when you came in, I remember thinking, oh, I've seen you in other people's lives.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I do scroll a few other people's lives. I'll admit.
Yeah. I know.
Anyway, so yeah, I came in and I was like, hi. And, you responded. You were like, hello. And then I remember I was just kind of lurking in there, and then I eventually followed you. And,
Hey.
I was just hanging out in your live for a little bit, and I remember you were playing Fortnite, like you do. And you were just yapping to the people that you were playing with.
As I do.
As you do.
I love a good yap.
You love a good yap. Yap. Lap. Yap. So yeah, I hung out, and then as the lives kept coming up, I would come back, and yeah, I ended up just hanging out, and
the rest is history, dolls.
The rest is history. I think I hit your DM. I think I hit you up in your DMs though.
Courtney slid in my DMs.
I definitely did, and I was like, "Hey, how are you?" I definitely did.
I don't think you were streaming at that point, were you?
No.
I mean, like a few months later.
Oh yeah, for those that also don't know, I also stream.
You also stream. Which, look, if you're watching this, you probably know that.
You probably do. But, you never know. Somebody might watch that perhaps has never Never seen that. Never knew that
Maybe
about
there's
me.
someone watching who has never seen both of us, and this is their first impression.
I know.
And to that, I say slay.
That's crazy.
Okay, I think we should ask the question of the stream. I know it's only 15 minutes in, but
Okay.
because we don't know when it's going to be.
Do
okay,
it. Do it.
what is your view on Donald Trump? No, I'm kidding. No, we're not talking politics.
No.
What is your number one? Like, if you could have one last meal of like your life,
Yeah.
like life ending, someone says to you, "What's your last meal?" And instead of stressing about dying, you're like, "Wait a minute, my last meal, this. What is it?"
Mine would be hot chips and gravy.
Hot chips and gravy.
I love
Slay.
hot chips. I love them. And gravy. Oof. Yeah.
You know what? That's easy woman to please.
Yeah.
Easy
yeah.
woman.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, I think mine would be I want to say pizza because I can choose so many things to put on top.
Mm.
But it has to be like a wood-fired pizza, like not just like a Domino's like normal pizza. It has to be wood-fired. And you know what? I'm going to drop Japan within the first 20 minutes as well. When I was in Japan,
Wait, have you been to
the-
Japan?
I had the best. It was very weird because you wouldn't think that you would get like this is one of the best pizzas I've had in my life. I would have never have guessed I was going to have the best pizza in my life in Japan of all places.
Wow.
It was
There we go.
4 cheese and it was like it had 4 cheeses and hot honey, but it was wood fired.
Oh.
Stop. I'm actually salivating. I'm starving. So yeah, that pizza, I want that as my last meal.
Wow.
If you're taking me out, take me to Japan, get me that pizza, and then you can.
Yeah, no
whatever you
worries. Yeah. I'll just book a trip right now.
Yeah, no. Are you planning to off me? Are you? Yeah, no worries. Okay.
Bye.
Okay, Dal. Okay, so that's the question of the stream.
Yes. Great question.
And it's not always going to be at this point either. At any time, I just had a
Random.
thought and I was like, you know, wait, that's it. All right, so that's how you met. And then, yeah, I had seen you in other people's streams. And, like, I thought, oh, like, she seems really friendly. And, like, but I hadn't, like, followed you from that. But then, so then when you came into my stream, I was like, oh, wait, that's Courtney from da-da-da-da.
Mm.
But... yeah,
But you know what's crazy?
What?
I ended up subbing, and I've been a sub for nearly a year now, which is crazy.
Oh, yeah. Wait, yeah, no, I've had people that have just celebrated their year.
Yeah.
That is crazy. But yeah, you're coming up to it.
No, I've already been a year. It was a
Is it?
year like a week ago.
That is crazy. Like, that is crazy that there are people that have been subbed to me for over a year.
I know. It's crazy, isn't it? Wild. Wild. So we'll be coming up to our 1 year friend anniversary.
Yeah. I don't know how to tell. I mean, I think... no, actually, Snapchat tells you how long you've been friends with someone for. So
Oh,
maybe... But
okay.
then, did we add each other straight away on Snap? Who knows?
No, because that's why I'm saying I remember going to your DMs and then you being like, oh, add me on Snapchat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Isn't that crazy?
And then we sort of just, like, started playing together. And then we started playing off-stream. I don't really play Fortnite off-stream anymore because it's not like... okay, I like Fortnite, but I don't... like, there are people who sit there all day, like... you know, there are people who sit there and play it off-stream all day, but, like, I don't know, I love it, but not that much. Like, to me, Fortnite is something that I get on... unless someone has said, oh, do you want to get on Fort? I'll be like, yeah, sure, no worries, if I'm free.
Yeah.
Like, Jade, sometimes she's been like, oh, you know, hey, can you guys get on? And I'm like, yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't sit there... oh, actually, no. Okay, I'm a liar. No, sometimes I'll get on for, like, one game. If I'm like, oh, I just want to sit down for 5 minutes, I'll get on for one game. But, like, if I'm getting on Fortnite, I'm getting on to stream.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
um, yeah, then we sort of just like we started playing together and getting to know each other. And I remember the first few times we roasted each other or like got mean because I remember
I know
us messaging.
exactly what you're gonna say.
I remember us messaging each other afterwards, being like, "Wait, was that too far?" And then we sort of trauma dumped a little bit. We trauma dumped on each other a little bit.
Yes, we did. We had our first
Um,
trauma dump bonding
yep.
experience.
And then so that was fun. And then we, um, what else? Yeah, then we just like, yeah, we would like, no, if I'm like annoyed at you, I'll talk to you about it. Um, like even to this day, like a month ago, I made a joke and I had to message her and be like, wait, I'm so sorry. Did I cross a line? And Courtney's like, no, you didn't, girl. It's okay.
Actually, no, you know what? Going back to that topic, going back. So I remember we were playing a game and I remember I roasted you, right? I roasted you and I was like, oh, I don't think we're at that level of like humor yet. And
Friendship,
I
yeah.
remember like freaking out, being like, oh my gosh, she's probably thinking I'm so mean. Like, what the heck? And
And to be fair, I didn't. I knew it was a joke.
I remember like messaging you being like, I'm so sorry. Like, you're so kind. Like, you seem so nice.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to be my friend anymore, I
You
understand.
really want to be my friend?
And I
Oh
remember
my
you being
god.
like, it's fine. It's not that deep. And I was like, okay, no
I mean, it probably
worries.
wasn't that deep. I can't remember what it was, but it probably wasn't that deep.
I don't remember. I just know that I nearly started crying because I felt bad.
Same. I almost cry every day. I cry almost every day.
When are you not crying, honestly? Especially not crying right now.
Well, anyway. Um, so yeah, that's a bit of how we met, and then we just sort of like as time went on, we got to know each other a bit more. Um, and
Isn't it
then
crazy that I'm the one that hit up your DMs? That's
I
crazy.
know, and the fact that she's admitting it is crazy.
Oh yeah, I'll admit it. I'll admit it.
Who's who said I love you first? Probably me. Probably me.
Yeah, definitely you. I was playing more hard to get.
Oh, so you're gonna slide in my DMs first, but then play hard to get. Okay.
Yeah, you definitely said it first. That's real.
That's because I love everyone.
Wow, so I'm not special? Okay, no worries.
Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. um so yeah, that's how we met, and then we sort of like yeah, kept getting closer and we kept just chatting, and then we trauma dumped again. Found
Oh,
out some things about people, like found out some things about other people that we sort of knew. Um and we sort of the things that we'd gone through in a way like helped us bond closer
hmm.
because we'd gone through similar things. We were like, oh, I can relate to that. I went through that. Like that
Yeah,
happened to
yeah, yeah,
me. Um,
yeah. We did. We
unfortunately,
kind of went through some similar stuff, which,
yeah, with different people, not the same person, but with different people.
yeah, and I think
Um,
that we both kind of knew that we were both going through that. So we're like, hey, like, do you want to talk about it?
mm,
Type thing.
um, but then I had to go to Wagga
Oh,
for a
yes.
wedding. So that's a very big skip in our. Can you see that hair?
No.
It's I know it's a very big skip in our like friendship, but that's we just basically got like kept getting to know each other and kept chatting and blah blah blah. Anyway, so I had to go to Wagga for my sister's
Wait,
wedding.
wait, 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 wait. We gotta go back a step. Why, for those wondering, the those that don't know, actually, why do you call me Courtney? Let's go back a step.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So for those that know, Courtney goes by any other name than Courtney.
Yeah.
So Courtney cleaning products, croissant, crouton, Corvette, everything else,
Calendar.
calendar. So basically, one night I decided to do a spicy stream. And if you don't know, what a spicy stream is, it's basically where I get on live
No,
and I
you were
play.
out. You were out.
Oh, I was out. Sorry, I was
Yeah,
out.
you were out at
Sorry,
a
I was
party.
out at a party and I was drinking. Um. Anyway, I'll finish what a spicy stream is for those who don't know. A spicy stream is just where I get on live and just drink and then get silly. Anyway, so I was out at a party or at a pub. I don't even know where I was at. I don't even know what party it was. Anyway,
Oh, I know. I remember. It was your boxing Christmas party.
my boxing Christmas party.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm like quite spicy. Anyway, I'm trying to message Courtney, and I tried so. I wish we screenshot it. um,
Probably you screenshot somewhere. Let's be real.
Oh, sorry, dolls.
Look, we're only 25 minutes in. You're already bored of me. You're already yawning.
No, did you know that apparently if you yawn, because I'm not tired, but if you yawn, it's a sign of you feeling comfortable and like feeling safe.
Really?
So, yeah, actually. So before you say that I'm bored of you, I'm not. Actually, I just feel very safe. Anyway,
Okay.
so yeah, back to the boxing party. I'm quite spicy. Like I think I woke up the next morning a little bit hungover.
Yeah.
I'm messaging Courtney because I'm probably confessing my undying love for her. Who knows?
Maybe
Anyway,
this is from the time you said you loved me.
I was drunk, so it doesn't count. Um. Anyway, so I messaged Courtney and at first I wrote Courtney or something, but then I wrote Courtney and then I wrote Corvette. And then what else? And then where did it go from? And then I said,
No, okay, so I think, so you tried to spell my name and you wrote Courtney first.
mm,
And then you wrote Corbett. And then you wrote, not to swear, but fuck. And then you wrote Courtney.
it's fine. I don't think YouTube cares that much. We should have looked into that before we
It's fine.
started.
I think we're fine. You could just blurp it out if that's the case.
Beep. One of those aggressive fucking.
Gotta beep it out again. Beep.
One of those beep. Yeah.
So
and
then
so
you-
ever since then,
So then I remember I wrote back. I think I took a screenshot the next day and I sent it to you and I was like, hello?
you asked me if I remembered it, and I did.
Yeah. And you were like, I think you wrote something like, oh, I was just testing that you knew your name.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I said, oh, I was just testing that you knew how to spell your name properly.
Anyway,
That's
so
funny.
then you started saying it like on stream and all these people were like, why are you saying Courtney? And then over time, so many people have picked up on Courtney and call me
Yeah.
Courtney now. And then,
And every other name started with C.
yeah, basically. The most popular ones are Courtney. Courtney's
Crouton?
definitely, yeah, Courtney and Crouton are the main two. And Caprese.
Caprese, Papa Brew. Papa Brew with the Capri Sun.
Caprese.
Well, yeah, no, Caprese because of your gamer tag, but then he said, because he thought it said Capri Sun, and then so he started calling you Capri Sun.
Yeah.
So every time we're battling or every time we're in a live together, he goes, is that Capri Sun? I'm like, yep.
Yeah. And you know what? I love that everyone calls me Courtney. Like, I love it. It's like my little
Such
nickname.
a cute little, like, see, imagine, I don't know what nickname I can have. I literally can't.
I call you
What
Skyzy.
nickname?
It's not that exciting,
Skyzy.
though.
Exactly. Like, Courtney is so cute.
Courtney? Or I could just call you Sky without the E. Which
You
a
know the
lot of
reason
people
why?
do call you. Why do people call you that?
Because Bryce said one time in someone else's live, he didn't know, he said it when I wasn't in there, which makes it even cuter. Let's be real. He said that he doesn't like calling me Sky with the E because he says I'm as bright as the sky. So he calls me
Oh,
Sky without the E. That's the story. That's the story behind that. I know there's so many people that have asked me about that, and I've been like, no, I can't tell you. But
there
you
we
know what?
go. Spilling the secrets.
Spilling the tea.
Spilling the tea. What a little softy he is.
I know he's so sweet. Um, he's another one that I'd love to meet one day for a
Yeah.
big hug because obviously I'm not going to tell other people's traumas, but like we all have, I feel like this year's been really hard.
Hmm.
And yeah, he's one that I cannot wait to give a big cuddle to. Big little.
Also, for those wondering, Sky gives the best hugs. Like, I have to admit, like, Sky gave me a really big hug when we were in Wagga,
When you met.
and I was like, I don't want to let go of you. And I started crying at the airport. Just saying.
Because she had to leave.
Yes, I had to leave.
So
But
yeah,
in
I'm
Wagga,
kind of a big deal.
yeah, she's famous. It's the ex guy from TikTok, I meant. But in Wagga, I also met your best friend Jamie.
My bestie Jamie,
Your best friend Jamie,
who's
she's
also going to be
beautiful.
a guest one day. Oh, Jamie is literally like one of the best people in my life. Like
Yes.
hands down. Like if I ever lose her, I think I wouldn't be the same.
Oh,
Like obviously, like friendship breakups are hard in itself, and like you go through some emotions and feelings. But I legitimately feel like if I lost Jamie, I wouldn't be myself.
mm,
Like I know that's such a big claim,
yeah.
Jamie. If you're watching this, I hope so. Supporting your best friend. Like Jamie is just one of those people that like. Well, like you and I, we can talk about anything. But Jamie and I are just like on another level. Like she's my wife.
Mm.
She's my wife. Like I don't know. I
Can I
can't
just
think
say,
of
like, it's obvious, like, the love you two have for each other.
yeah.
Like, I got to witness it. Not in a weird way, don't worry, guys. Not in a weird way. But, like, it's very obvious they have a lot of love for each other.
I mean, yeah. Um, but she's just one of those people that like she would do anything for anyone,
Hmm.
and she's such a beautiful person, and I love her so much.
She's very
Um,
sweet.
wait, do you want to see the photo of? I know I said I wasn't using my phone, but because it's Jamie,
Yes.
I I
Yes, show people a photo of Jamie, who perhaps may have not seen before.
I feel like I shouldn't use that as a
Wait, can you show the photo of us three meeting?
yeah. Okay, wait, let me find it. Um, so yeah, Jamie is just like yeah. Jamie's just one of those people that you need in your life. Everyone needs a Jamie. But this is Jamie, me and Courtney in when we met in Wagga. Me and Courtney have
Yes.
met. Jamie also
Yes.
is a little hottie, and I'm like a 3 next to her. She's a 10, I'm a 3. I'm a
I'm
solid
like a
3.
0 next to both of you.
No, you're a 10. Um, so yeah, we met in Wagga.
We
We
did.
even stayed in the same place. I called the hotel and I was like, look, I've got a friend coming. Can we be on the same floor? And she's like, all right, let me work it out. And I was like, all
Let me
right,
cook.
slay. So, but yeah, we let her cook. Anyway, so the hotel lady helped us get on the same floor, of this hotel.
Like 2 doors up as well.
Yeah, literally. I'm not yawning. Yeah, so that was yeah. We went and picked her up from the airport. Um,
Okay, something really cute. So at the airport, right?
Jamie also recorded us meeting. Did I ever tell you that? She has a video of us meeting for the first time.
Really? No,
Yeah.
I don't think you guys ever told me that or showed me that. Um, so for those who might not know or may know, I love Coke, no sugar. Like it's my life. I love it. Anyway, Sky is a Pepsi Max girl, but
Yeah.
when Sky picked me up from the airport, she bought me a Coke no sugar. It was very sweet.
Courtney fucking almost cried.
I literally almost cried. She was like, "It's really hot today, and you've been on a flight, so I thought I'd
It
give it
was
to
hot.
you." And I was like, "Stop, stop! I will cry." I was already a bit emotional. Let's be real.
I know, it was wild.
And then you gave
Like,
me this Coke no sugar, and I was like, "Smash!"
let's go to the bathroom right now. But no, and like it's just I'd like that done for me. So I don't know, it's just like
Yeah, it was a very kind thought.
and then we went and met Auntie Joy.
We did.
For those who don't know, because I don't really talk about it on stream because like I don't want to get sad. But like, and it's not that I was about to say, not that I should be sad, but like, it's fine to be sad about it. But I don't really talk about it on stream because like I don't want to bring the mood down. I don't know what like. I don't want to be that person to like say something and then everyone's like, "What the fuck do I say to that?" You know. But I had this beautiful woman in my life. She was an auntie, but she was more of like a grandmother. Like she was more of a grandmother figure in my life. But she unfortunately passed away. Oh, she passed away? Oh. Sorry.
That's just the trauma talking, guys. Don't worry. She does this when she trauma dumps. Don't worry.
Have you ever seen that video of Wendy Williams saying that?
Probably. You've probably sent it to me before. Let's be real.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what I mean. I've got so many Vine references in my head. Anyway, so yeah, she was a beautiful woman. I loved her, and I'm so sad that like the people in my life, there are some people in my like blah, 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 blah. There are some people in my life that don't know who she is. So me, Courtney, and Jamie all went and cleaned up her grave, put some new like fresh flowers down, had a bit of a moment. We didn't cry, surprisingly.
We didn't cry.
We were emotional, but I don't think tears actually fell from our eyes.
It may look. It took us a while to find it. It was also very, very hot that day.
Mm. Like I'm pretty sure we all got sunburnt that day.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it was a very beautiful moment. It was a very beautiful moment, and I feel honoured that you wanted me to, come and share that moment with you. Like, you could have just gone with Jamie, and I could have just stayed at the hotel, but you wanted me to be there for that moment. So thank you. It's very special.
She would have loved you as well, because even Jamie said that we're very much alike. Like in the way of like who we are as a person. Like we just want to be kind. We are very loving. We're very empathetic. And so she would have loved you. Okay,
we're not crying yet. It's only 38 minutes.
Yeah, I know how he said like, "Oh, we're not going to cry the first episode."
Stop.
Anyway, so yeah, we went and saw Auntie Joy. Fresh flowers. We tried to find my papa. Couldn't. Sorry, papa. You didn't. They're having problems with his things. So when I go back to Wagga next, hopefully I can find him.
Sorry.
But then,
sorry.
Hey?
I'm not laughing. No, I'm laughing the way you just said that.
What?
Anyway, go on.
Anyway. Look how glossy my lips are.
Must be all that lip balm.
I don't have any on right now.
I just saw you put some on like 2 seconds ago.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, so then what else did we do? We did a bit of like window shopping. Not really though. Like we were only there for like, Courtney was there for 2 nights. Two nights?
Yeah, 2 nights.
Yeah. But you got to meet my sister. Did you meet my dad? No, he wasn't.
No, I didn't get to meet. I met your sister.
My sister, my little niece.
Yes, she was very cute.
She's so sweet. Yeah, what else did we do? We didn't really do much because I was only there for a few days for my sister's wedding. And then so Courtney was so nice. She said to me like, she's like, "You're only going to be a few hours away." And then so she made the trip to come and meet me, and like it was just very kind.
And like, look, a lot of the time I was like kind of doing my own thing because you were at the wedding and
yeah, and then I had a family dinner.
Yeah, you had family stuff. But then like I would come to your hotel room and the three of us would just like chill and like watch a movie and like hang out. It was
And fall
very
asleep,
nice.
apparently.
And have a cute snore.
Apparently
It
I've
was.
got a cute snore. Even Sam says the same thing.
It is very cute. It is very cute.
Yeah. Which is
It's not
which
like
is a
it's
very
not like
weird compliment.
aggressive.
It's not aggressive.
Yeah.
And then I also want to mention that I met Ben.
Oh yes,
People
Ben.
watching from
Benny.
stream, you know who Benny is. He made an hour round trip to meet me, which look, I know like an hour isn't that big of a deal, but like he drove half an hour, met me for 5 seconds, and then drove home. Half an hour home. Like we literally met for all of I think 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes max, like max 10 minutes.
Wow.
But he was like, I can't let you be this close and not meet you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
slay, love that. But Courtney flew to Wagga.
Wait, we forgot to
Um,
mention the part where we kept it a secret
oh
from
yeah,
everyone
we
for
also
a
kept
while.
it a secret. We did. Oh, we told some people like months ago, but then I think everyone forgot.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
because no
We
one else
kept it.
mentioned it.
Yeah.
And then how did we announce it? I was like, oh, I've got.
A special guest or something.
Was I on live? I was on live, wasn't I?
You're on live, and then
Yeah.
you're like, wait, here's my special guest, Jamie. And then you're like, wait, joking. And then you like showed me.
Because everyone knew I was going with Jamie. Like, I'd
Yeah.
already spoken about that. And so then everyone was like, we already knew Jamie was coming.
Yeah, and then everyone was like, we want Courtney, we want Courtney. So like you're like, all right, fine. And then you're like, I'll go
Yeah.
have a nap then.
Yeah,
And then I
literally.
just took over your life.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, that weekend was wonderful.
It was. It was.
10
It was
out of
very
10.
special. Very
Um,
special.
so yeah, we've met in real life, which is really, really special. I've met a couple of people, in real life through stream.
Yeah.
Um,
You're just that famous. Everyone wants to meet you.
okay, buddy. Um, no, okay, not to be like up myself, but I think about that sometimes. I think about like the fact that would I ever get recognized? You know, because obviously I'm growing more and more like as the time goes on. Like I think about it and how I would react.
I feel like you'd be awkward.
Yeah. But like I don't want to think about it in the way of like, oh, I'm that big of a deal because I'm not. I'm a very small creator. I'm a very small streamer. But, you know, as someone I'm constantly growing. Like I'm always,
Yeah, yeah.
and I've got people from all over the world
Oh, calm down.
and a couple of people in my hometown, which is wild to think about. They don't know that. One knows that I live here. The other one doesn't. The
Wow.
other two don't. There's 3 people in my stream that are from here. But that's what I mean. Like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to say it in like a way of like I'm up myself but I have so many thoughts and I think about everything. And so I think about what if one day I do get recognized? Like how would I react to that?
Something about Sky is that she's a very big thinker. Like, she'll just randomly message me sometimes and be like, can you tell me to shut up? My brain just is going crazy. Like, is this dramatic? And it's not even a dramatic moment. I'm like, you're
Or I
fine.
want to be
Like,
like
relax.
I'll be like not to be a bitch, like da 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 da. And Courtney's like, no, that's a legitimate thing to be like upset about. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Um, but no, it was a great trip. It was a great
It
trip.
was.
It was a great moment. And
Also, special shout out to Ryan at the RSL for the vodka lime sodas he was making because they were bomb as fuck.
I don't want to talk about it. Should we talk about
Courtney
it?
may have been a little bit hungover the next day.
And what
But
happened?
you know what? I asked him, I was like, are you free pouring? He goes, no, but what I do is he literally, okay, I'm quoting him. He goes to me, he goes, no, I do pour it, but it's a wedding. He goes, I pour the vodka, tip the shot into the glass, and then keep free pouring for a second. And I was like, slay. He goes, it's a wedding. I was like, you're my person. Anyway, he says to me,
Anyway,
he goes, he goes, are you coming back later? And I was like, oh, probably not. Anyway, I walked back in a different outfit, like hairs. I think my hair was in a different style at this point too. He looks at me, he points, and I was like, I'm back, baby. And he pours me another one. That was when we came back with you, Courtney, remember?
yes. Oh, I remember.
He looked at me and recognized me, and I was like, yeah, I'm back.
Yes. So
But
basically,
Courtney,
the
yeah.
next day, I woke up not feeling that great. I also had a 11 a.m. Was it 11 a.m. flight?
Uh,
1 p.m. Sorry, 1 p.m. flight.
yeah, 1 p.m., yeah.
Anyway, but because I was a little bit under the weather, we ended up going to the airport and more or less changing my flight for another couple hours.
So, W to the Jetstar woman who was working in Jetstar, Qantas.
Qantas.
So, shout out to the Qantas woman for helping Courtney, because at first Courtney was like, "What are the chances of me changing flights?" And
She was
she's like,
like,
"Oh, you can't do that.
slim.
You have to call them." Blah, blah, blah. And then Courtney was like, "I'm not feeling very well." And then she's like, "Oh no, we can do that here." She knew Courtney was hungover. Like,
She knew. Oh, she knew. Totally.
But the
Because,
fact that she was like, "Oh, you can't do that. You have to call," and then you were like, "I don't feel well," and she's like, "Oh no, we'll do it. That's fine."
no, because when I was getting onto the plane, I don't think I ever told you this, she was like the one like collecting the tickets, right? And she was like, I'm glad to see you're feeling better. She's like, remember to drink water on the plane. And I was like, oh, she knew. She knew.
She knew. If she had two brain cells to rub together, she knew.
She knew. She definitely knew. But
yeah, so we got a couple of extra hours. What did we even do in those couple of hours? I can't remember.
we went to the wildlife park.
To the wild. That's right, to the wildlife park. Okay.
And we got like the cute photos with the birds.
Yeah.
We got to feed the birds.
A little hand.
Yeah. And it was
That was
like,
very cute.
again, it was like 500 degrees that day.
But yeah, 5. Yeah, she's not even being dramatic.
Nah, literally.
500 degrees.
It was really hot.
It was. Again, think we got a little bit sunburnt and a little bit like heat strokey.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Definitely.
slay.
But yeah, no, that was our little trip to Wagga and our little meeting.
Yeah.
And ever since that, Sky has been obsessed with me and hasn't wanted to got rid of me yet.
More like you're obsessed with me.
Maybe a bit. Not gonna lie.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
I'll admit it.
Me to
I
Courtney
am.
right now.
I'll admit it. I am.
Yeah, there we go. All it took was a podcast for you to admit that. But okay, so did we mention at the start that we're going to be about an hour long? Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
So I was going to say we've got about 10 minutes ish. Yeah, we just wanted this first one to be a little bit about like how we what this podcast was going to be about, how we met, our trip to Wagga, sort of just an intro to us, and so you can sort of vibe, suss how we vibe.
See what we're like.
Yeah.
See if you'll be sick of us and want to keep watching.
No, I could never be sick of you.
Stop.
But yes, I don't think we're gonna have special guests all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's gonna be like every second week we'll have someone, because like I don't know that many people. Maybe once a month. Maybe. I'll have to. I'd rather Jamie, as much as I'd love for her to be in here, like in real life. It's going to be so much easier to hear everyone and for everyone to hear each other if she's on the screen as well.
Yeah.
And the same thing with my dad, obviously, because he's in Wagga. I can't, it's going to be better for him to be. But that's going to be fun. We get to, like, interview my dad a little bit and talk to my dad.
Well, if people were watching it live, they kind of had a sneak peek of that the other day.
Yeah. That was so cute. I love him. He's so sweet.
Sky may have nearly cried.
Almost. Well, he was just so kind. Everyone was like, well, to be fair, everyone was being kind about me to him, being like, oh, thank you for like, your daughter, like she's wonderful. And he goes, what did he say? I always knew she was going to be a nice. I always knew that she was going to be a good one. Like she's so kind and she's so loving and like, I was like, oh, stop it. I almost cried.
I didn't say anything kind. I'd never.
She never does. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I think she's joking. But yeah, isn't this wild? This is our first podcast.
I know, and obviously, the trolls go away. But
Yes.
if anyone has legitimate like actual like feedback or constructive criticism, then spill the beans.
Yeah.
But if you're just going to be a troll, kindly leave.
Yes. Absolutely.
But we are up to like obviously don't just sit there and bully us and be like, oh, you're boring, because obviously if you listen to the whole thing, obviously we were engaged enough to,
Yeah.
But if you have any like legitimate feedback or actual things to recommend or anything, let us know. Like don't be nasty about it. There's literally two ways to go about everything. You could be nice and like, hey, da 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 da, this was a problem, or you can be nasty. You get to choose how you
I just had a moment.
What?
I know what we could name this podcast. Are you ready? The
No.
Treat People with Kindness podcast.
Yeah, I don't want Harry coming for my ass, thank you. I can just imagine Harry's legal team suing me for that.
Oh my gosh. Surely he's not the only one who come up with that. Surely it's like...
Well, I'm only thinking because he's got a song called Treat People with Kindness.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to get sued. I mean, getting sued by Harry?
Wait, I have another little sidetrack. Why do you like sunflowers? Why do you have a sunflower in your name?
I love sunflowers, and I was once... It's so funny because this person I don't talk to anymore, but they said it so it was once true. Someone once called me a sunflower. They said like, you are just bright, you're like happy, you are just positive, and like ever since then, girl, I've made it my personality. But I also just love sunflowers. They're bright, they're happy, like they always face the sun. Like, I don't know, I love sunflowers.
Okay.
I love them. Is that okay?
So we have like, I don't know, 8 minutes left. Should we do like fire questions? Like, meaning like rapid questions? We ask each other a rapid question?
I can't think of anything on the spot.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, have we spoken about a positive thing of the week?
No, we haven't.
Oh my god. So we spoke about that and then almost didn't even do it.
Okay.
Okay, let's do that first and then we'll do like little rapid questions.
Okay. What's my positive thing of the week? I want to say starting this podcast.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Like, obviously it's very like cliche.
Yeah.
I think that the idea and the motivation behind this podcast, I think, has been like a really positive thing, because so many people have mentioned it to us. Well, to me at least, like, you talk a lot. Why don't you start a podcast? And now looking back at that, I'm like, were you bullying me? Maybe, but yeah, I do talk a lot. So
well, people have mentioned it about us actually. People have like, you guys like talk. You guys should just do a podcast. And we're like, okay. Yeah,
and
never
look,
gonna happen.
If anyone has any recommendations on better programming to do a podcast or better like ways to do it, because this is just I literally Googled how to record a podcast and this is the first thing that came up. So
seems to be working so far.
Yeah, so I think that's a pretty good positive. of the
Yeah.
week, like starting this podcast, sort of, because I'm just also thinking like I want to branch out to more, like I want to do my YouTube video, um, which I might do today or
Do
over the
it.
weekend. Like I might do it
Do
Sunday
it.
evening.
Do it.
Um, but yeah, so I've got to do that with all the little questions. But yeah,
Wow. This has been our first podcast. How do you
it's
feel?
crazy. I feel good. I just hope that even if we have 2 or 3 people watching, I just hope that people are interested, because like
Yeah.
obviously, even if people just have us up while they're doing stuff or have us while they're driving or whatever,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
hope
Yeah.
that we can.
Sorry, the bird in the background's being a hater. If you can
I
hear
can't
it.
even hear it.
Oh, that's good. I can.
Yeah. And don't call him a hater. He just wants to be part of the podcast. But yeah, so I don't know. I feel good about this. Like I feel like we know at least 2 people will watch. I know that Sam will watch it, and I know that Jade will watch it. So that's at least 2
At
viewers.
least 2.
At least 2.
Yeah.
And look, Jade might be able to come on one day.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah, also if you have anything that we want to talk about, like if you obviously okay, I'll address the elephant in the room. I love saying that. There's no elephant in the room, but I love saying that.
I was like, what have I done?
No, we're not going to be talking about politics.
No.
We're not going to be talking about like anything like controversial. Like that's not.
Down
I
the
personally,
track, down the track we might like talk about topics, like maybe it's work or like friendships or like
oh, yeah, that's fine. But like
nothing
like
too
world issues, like
Yeah.
politics. No, like
Yeah.
I have my own views and my own thing, but then there's also some things that I'm not like educated to talk about.
Yeah.
Like so I'm not going to even open that bag of worms. But I just want everyone to be loved, and I want everyone to be kind. That's where I stand on everything.
Definitely.
So don't ask me about. But if you have anything that you want us to talk about, if you want to know more about us, or if you want to, know anything, just drop it in the comments. We'll write a little list, and then we will. Yeah.
Maybe we can even put like something on our Snapchats, TikToks.
Yeah.
And people can ask us questions.
Yeah.
Maybe we can even make a TikTok account about this. That's crazy.
That's actually probably a good idea.
Yeah, that's actually an alright idea. Like we can, that way we can promote it.
Yeah.
We haven't thought about that, so maybe we might.
Maybe. But in saying that, we didn't get to do our rapid questions because we're coming up to an hour. But I'll try and think of some, and we'll do it next week.
Yes.
So I can't do rapid questions because I can't think that quickly. Okay. But in saying that, that wraps up our first episode of our podcast.
Crazy.
I'm trying to think. This whole time I've been trying to think of like a Courtney Sky, like how those words can, but I can't. So I'm just gonna have to we're gonna have to think about it.
Definitely. But like as we always say, like be kind.
Exactly.
Share love. Like it costs
Treat
nothing to be
people with
kind.
kindness.
Yeah. We hope you guys have enjoyed this.
Yes.
And
let us know if we should continue because look, I'm still shitting myself.
Literally.
So, yeah. All right. Well, with that, I think that wraps up our first podcast. Goodbye. We love you.
Bye.